What's good, y'all? My name Osadeb Man Party. Call me OC or everybody could call me Juice. You know, one of the members of Golden Goals. You feel me? See it on the hoodie.
Man, you know what I'm saying? We had him for season one. We had to get him back for season two. What's good with you, Juice?
Yeah, had to come back, man. It's always a pleasure to look at my dog, my brother, and do these. Hip hop and music is one of my favorite entertainments. Something to listen to. I gotta go through the day with some music, so being able to
Guys,
do this is always dope.
guys, too. You remember going car rides, bro? You know, waking up, half sleep, maybe a little, sliz, and always getting some great knowledge from the music that Juice picks.
For real, bro. I remember knocking on the door like, yo, can I get a ride to work? But then on that ride to work, we be bumping some heat. There was always something going on crazy, something fire.
I remember the Dave East. I remember
Mm.
the well, it was the Big Sean. I'm trying to think the one with just him, Two Chains, Big Business. I just remember that song and
Hmm.
stuff like that in the morning. What songs we going over today though, Juice?
So the word of the day is longevity, man. So the songs that we gonna go over is uh Currency featuring Larry June, also produced by the Alchemist and Doris Runners. Est Gee featuring the Snowman, Young Jeezy, the realest, and then we got the one and only Nas Thun.
So we gonna go in that order. So that first one, you know what I'm saying, we going with the Currency and Larry June, Endurance Runners. Now, before even getting into the bars, I had a couple questions, that I wrote down that I want to kind of get your take on, Juice.
All right,
First one is Currency one of the most consistent rappers of all time?
bro. Yes, yo, and it's like he's like the slept on rapper too. Like he's been doing it since Young Money was barely even Young Money. You feel me? Like
And that's
at
what I
the
was gonna
start,
say too. Yeah.
before there was a Drake, before there was a Nicki, before there was, I'm just naming all the artists that I remember, Tiger and all them guys. I think Currency might have been the first artist signed to Young Money, besides like
What?
Mac Main and them,
Yeah.
because that they was like those like Wayne's brothers and everything.
But
But
also,
like Currency,
I think it was that Louisiana tie too, because isn't Currency from there too?
yeah, uh, Currency from the boot, uh, definitely one of those rappers. But he mad chill, but don't sleep on the fact that he like chill. He'll drop some bars, and you know, he ended up leaving Young Money before it really blew up. And while Wayne was on that run and started doing his own thing, but I think that was the best thing he could have did for himself. He started really just grinding, like started showing like the hustle. Like he was dropping mixtapes, like three mixtapes like a month, like but they was all heat, and he would do it just like consistently, like nonstop. Like he'll probably drop like 12 mixtapes in a year or something back then. Like he was just going off. Like he wouldn't miss. And then when he linked up with Wiz, it was a wrap, and they started going on a run. Then he was kind of bringing up artists like Big Crit, or linking with artists like Big Crit and helping them on songs and bringing them up. Currency don't miss, man. He been doing this for a minute
My
and
question
still
though,
doing it.
do you think Currency would have been more productive if he was less high?
Say it again.
I said, do you think Currency would have been more productive if he was less high?
Less high?
Yeah.
Nah, because that's him, man. He still like that man smokes a lot, but he uh he found his niche and he was able to get into that lane, and then kind of like Wiz is known as like a smoker rapper kind of, but still can spit, can rap. So like you get hip hop heads, but then you get like cats who like heavy with weed and everything. So you just building your brand even more. Then you also got to mix in that he from the South, so you got the South listeners because he talking that talk. But then you got to mix in people in Louisiana. So like him smoking, I think it definitely helped him even more than if he did, because then it'd be like, all right, you feel me?
And then I had some questions about Larry June. Do I need to listen to more Larry June, or is this just a
Yeah,
wave?
nah, bro. I'm gonna be real, yo. I got into Larry June uh, back in 2018. I heard Larry June in 2018 from Collaborate. He was on a song with him. Two West Coast artists. I think it was like 33. I think that's what the song called. Collaborate is a dope artist as well, but he snapped on it. Let me make sure I got the song right. But Larry June is nice, man. You need to. If I'll give you some albums to listen to Larry June.
Gotcha.
Larry June, you need to bump. Uh,
Because I wrote down 33.
out the trunk. Probably my favorite Larry June album. No skips at all, straight through. Um, Listen to that, and if you don't rock with that, then all right, you just ain't gonna rock with Larry June.
Got you.
But everything else is always tough. Like he's kind of on that wave. How Currency is like, he's gonna drop multiple projects in a year. It's just kind of like I feel like Currency is one of those guys who kind of set the bar and like they put out the blueprint for artists that's coming up in the game with the same kind of style. And it's similarities to the two artists as well. But he's gonna keep on pushing out that pushing out some spitting knowledge to you how to invest, get your money up. Um, you feel me? And that's just the type of stuff I'm more, I tend to relate to a lot of that stuff, just trying to better myself and building a brand.
And then the last question I got before we go into the bars. Would you say that Larry June's coming off that Wiz Khalifa and Currency wave that we were talking about earlier? It's
I
a new
think so.
generation.
I think so. And it's I feel like he's more so like Currency's wave. Like he definitely you hear some Wiz, but like more so he remind you a little bit more of Currency and that chill, like that chill voice. He gonna talk about how to invest, how to triple your money. But also he gonna keep it player with you, gonna keep it P. Um, and he from the Bay Area, so like that Bay Area, like Bay Area bounce, how it is, it's just gonna be it's smooth music, like you can rock to. Um, but yeah, definitely you hear both those artists, and he definitely you can tell like even he's on songs with them as well. Um, he got a lot of tracks with Currency, so definitely see that him kind of like grabbing some stuff from Currency in the past years.
Gotcha. I didn't know he was from the Bay. But it makes sense. Makes sense.
Yo, what's crazy? He also born out in the Bay, grew up out there, moved to the A. So shout out to Atlanta for a
Gotcha.
little bit, and then moved back to the Bay. Um, so he got a mix of like the West Coast and the South. I mean, Atlanta kind of like that hub of like all type of music. Like you got the South, but also got like that East Coast feel too.
Because everybody down here is just like, man, you don't listen to Larry June, man. What you doing? It's just like, huh? Everyone is saying to listen to him. I'm like, I don't know. Like, if I listen to him, like, what gonna rub off? You know what I mean? So I gotta, just make sure double check. All right, so I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna listen to the Out the Trunk, that 33. Definitely tap in. But going into the song, of endurance runners, some of the bars that I saw in here, I had, Currency. I was looking for my lighter right now to do the intro. You know what I mean? Living through it, making music. I found my sound. I'm faithful to it. Suits couldn't beat me to it. Couldn't make me do it. Couldn't play me stupid. I got a homie overseas hooping. He cold enough to be in the league, but you know how the hood is. He got 1 foot in the court, 1 foot in the streets. That can't be. Now, my question when breaking these down and what I kind of wanted to know is, do you think Currency's being sarcastic when he said he found his sound? Because he's just so many, decades into the game. I feel like he been found the sound. I feel like he just finally was able, I guess, to make it marketable, or he's now actually comfortable pushing that sound.
Um, I think what he mean though is that he like I think he's talking about back then. I don't think he's talking about recently. He's just speaking on just like his career and how it's kind of like went on. Back in what '06 was it '06 or whatever? Because I think the last project he did, at least one of the last projects he did with Young Money was like Dedication 2. Um, but I think that he said he found his sound back then, and he just said he faithful to it. Like if you notice, Currency always rap like this. Like when he been putting music out, he's always been rapping like this. He's always talking that same talk. It ain't really changed. He ain't try to do no pop music or nothing like that. He always stayed to his type of music. So that's what I think he talking about. He found a sound and that he's faithful to it. That yeah, he ain't gonna change up, especially not now.
Yeah, he definitely ain't. He ain't never changed the flow since then
Mm-hmm.
at all. At all.
Nah,
You think the producers being there like, bro, is it the same verse? He's like, nah, man.
but nah, I think it's good because like on
It
this
is
project
good
working
though.
with the Alchemist. So like him and Alchemist, they done multiple projects together. But like by him not really changing who he is easy to produce and kind of like play off what he's doing because you know what's coming. You're not about to catch him like change up the flow completely and start talking about all this other stuff where like you got to change the tone of the beats or whatever. I think they just match perfectly so they can keep going together.
That's true. That's very true. Then he also on here where he said the suits couldn't beat me to it. Um, couldn't make him do it. But when we were talking earlier about the Cash Money, do you think that Birdman probably was trying to make him change that sound?
Yeah, I think so. Um, either well, I don't know about Birdman. I think I feel like Birdman more so if you know about a lot of the Cash Money deals and stuff with Birdman. I think the deal with them. I think it was just like the money situation was the best for him. Like he probably realized he was gonna be stuck in like a bad deal. But I think he talking about Suits is like when he was doing a lot of his independent stuff. Um, and like you get like artists signed to like different labels, but they might not sign fully. They might do like publishing or something like that, or like distributor. And like, he might be talking about the Suits, telling him like the play off what he was just talking about the Suits, as in like the execs, whatever, trying to get him to go into a different lane and do it. So like that's what I think. Suits couldn't beat me to it. Couldn't make me do it. Couldn't make him change what he do it.
Because
He
I've
they couldn't play him stupid. So like he knew about the deals that they were trying to give him. Nah, he really about his money. He gonna make sure he go through everything. I guess couldn't play me stupid is kind of like you might be touching on with Berman and them deals.
I was rubbing my hand like Birdman always talking about Cash Money too. Just let you know that. Because as we look back now in time, Birdman was scamming a lot of people. You know,
Yeah.
I think the only people that really made it out was Drake and Nicki.
Hmm.
Because even Tiger said he got. He just had to buy himself out. But
Yeah, and I think that's the help through Lil Wayne. I think Wayne helped them out on that by them being, yeah, they were signing Cash Money, but I think Wayne kind of helped them realize like, yo, these deals might not be really the best for you. Just make sure you have your lawyer go through this multiple times.
yeah, once I heard that Wayne didn't get his money, I said, "Damn!" I said, "Even
Yeah,
Wayne didn't get his money." I said, "Yeah, everybody."
because think about it, Wayne was like 14 when he signed the Cash Money. So like,
Yeah, but
yeah,
actually no. It's because they were in Young Money. So the issue was I guess he got his Cash Money. Wayne did, and then
hmm
Birdman was like, "Yeah, you know what I'm saying, Playboy, like." You know, you got your Cash Money. You the first person to get your money out of Cash Money, but you're not gonna get both of them, Playboy. Like let it hit, and then you take the
yeah.
Young Money. So
Hey, Birdman. Hey,
my question though is Birdman top five business mogul in the music game?
nah, for real, I think he is. I ain't gonna front. Even though he has some shady tendencies to it, nah, you gotta respect it. Birdman, that guy, when it comes down to one fighting talent, and then also getting off the muscle, building Cash Money to what it is, and being able to have like think about it, bro. Like you got Wayne, you got Nicki, you got and Drake. You also got other people who make multiple hits, like
Tiger.
keep it a buck. Tiger, Tiger. People might not like Tiger, but can make a hit.
Yeah.
He can make a hit. He can make some money for you. And that Young Money run, all those other artists that was under them, they always making at least gold tracks. You feel me?
I mean, you remember Rich Gang. I mean, like when you think about it, like he low key did like some San Antonio Spurs shit. You had like the Hot Boys, then you had Young
Bro.
Money, then you had Rich Gang.
And then he was doing stuff on his own, doing stuff with his own. Um, I can't really speak on. I'm not too sure, but I would say Manny Fresh too, as a producer, tied with Cash Money. I think he was under the Cash Money. If
Did
I'm if I'm if I'm not wrong.
I mean he also got like the people that still be he got Jacquees under Rich Gang.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Yeah, Birdman know how to find talent for sure.
and then the last bar that I want to go over here is I got a homie overseas open. Homie overseas and 1 foot in the streets. When I first heard the bar, I said, "How can you do that if you're overseas and still be in the streets?" But then I was like, "Wait, you do have to eventually come home." Um,
Yeah,
so that kind of makes sense. And when you come home, after overseas hooping, a lot of people go back to the same tendencies.
yeah. If you think about it, man, a lot of times, like the basketball season in like what the summer,
I would say spring, sometime.
spring, summer.
Uh-huh.
So like cats that's hooping overseas, you going for the winter, but you come back when it's hot outside and everybody outside, and
Mm-hmm.
where like a lot of moves is being made. So like it's tough for people that's been in that life to get out, especially when every time you come home is when like it's really active out there.
Exactly. In street time. Now
Hmm.
another part of these bars that Currency said is this ain't the same. I'm legendary. You just a lame.
Yeah,
Mainstreamers bit the style and act like they forgot my name. When
yeah,
people ask them how, I don't call them out. Still bubbling. Never fell off. They check to see if they still got my number. Fuck 'em.
yeah, bro. And that's my favorite line in this track. Um, yeah,
One
nah, he
question I had to
he's
ask Juice,
bad.
or actually you break down kind of how do you interpret these bars?
Um, I'm legendary. Like again, like we just talked about him. Like man, he been in the game for a minute doing this thing,
Mm-hmm.
and like these cats that's either coming at him or talking about him or trying to be like him. They just lame. A lot of mainstream cats, they bit his style, either rapping style or how he pushing out music and act like they going, but they did it on their own. But nah, they got it from him. At least someone like Larry, like he got it from him. He out here on tracks with him, and, showing his love and always show love to Currency and all those before him. But he ain't gonna act crazy. But and then the thing about it, Currency the type of dude. This is just going back to being legendary. He ain't gonna call nobody out because sometimes he don't got time for that. He don't call nobody out. He just know that when they call back for him to see if they got his number, nah, fuck him. He got the recipe and the sauce, man.
But
So
what I was gonna ask you, Juice, is what's the difference between legendary and lame?
what's crazy is that like it's some lame cats that can do legendary things.
That is
It's
very true.
because it's really all. I think it's really about character, man.
For,
It's about character. Cause like a lame cat can have $1 billion, but like they character, they flaw, they just fugazi. Like you ain't gonna reach that legendary like status if you got a lot of if you don't move right, man. If you don't move right, you don't treat people right, or like you just fugazi. I think that's the difference. Character um is the main difference for real.
for
Because
me,
it's people that's not high status that's still legendary. You feel me?
because for me, what I feel like is you gotta take a risk to be legendary.
Mm-hmm.
Because like
True.
when I thought about it, I was like, you can't because the lame. I feel like a lot of lame stuff in today's age though is like people following people. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Whereas that person take that risk, you become legendary. I don't know why I also was thinking of Evil Knievel. You know what I'm saying?
True.
I don't think you got to take that maximum of a risk to be legendary, but I thought of like a lot of legendary people taking that risk of being different.
True. And I guess what we both said kind of fit. Like I feel like Currency, that stand up dude, he a solid dude and highly respected. And he also took a risk. He left Young Money, which was about to be the most popular label in the game for a time when he was rapping, when he first started rapping, to do something on his own. He took the risk and went ahead and did it. And now look at him.
Legendary status.
Yeah.
And then the second thing I was gonna ask is they check to see if they still got my number. Fuck them.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that the people that are trying to call currency are trying to call for music or weed? What do you think the percentage is?
Oh shit. I mean, I don't know. That's tough because a lot of cats that probably call Currency for music, but it's a lot of cats that probably call for weed too. Especially people doing shows in Louisiana.
Mm.
They probably try to link up with him and try to get what he on. Because a lot you probably ain't gonna get in touch with Wayne. I don't even know if Wayne live in Louisiana
He live in
anymore. I think
Miami.
he live in Miami or Cali or
He
something.
been gone, bro. He in Miami.
Yeah, Currency's still in the boot.
Or no, he actually might be in Cali because he be doing what you call it now. He be doing undisputed a lot.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm thinking about that. But, what we thinking on the percentages?
I'm gonna say 60-40 weed. 60-40 for weed.
And then to end this song, we got Larry June verse. Italian leather chairs in the crib. I can't hold you. Views of the ocean while I'm sitting back smoking. Moving how I wanna, cause my pockets keep growing. House in Arizona with the lemonade mimosa. Elevate. Gotta go hard, fuck a handout. Show you what this life out. Deeper than the internet. It was roaches in the house. Now the whole family blessed. I know I can do better, so I'm thinking what's next.
What, bro? June, bro. And
No.
that's just like, you feel me?
He made that seem real light too. I ain't gonna cap. I don't know
Super
if
light.
it's the monotone when he rap
Yeah.
or
I think that's what make it kind of like amplify what he's saying. That he talking like kind of like some boss shit, but he on some like real chill monotone sound. So it's like, oh, this nothing. Like just a tired leather chairs. You feel me?
are you
Not,
copping the
not
Italian leather chairs juice?
yeah. Views of the ocean. It's something like it ain't nothing crazy. It's just a Wednesday. You feel me?
But are you copping the Italian leather chairs in the crib?
Hey, that's the plan. I got some. Not yet, but definitely gonna have them soon.
I'm looking this up because I ain't gonna lie. When he said it, I was like, I don't even know what that means, but it sounds expensive.
It
So
sound expensive. It's kind of like with Ross, like Rick Ross, like his music sound expensive. Like Larry June lyrics just sound expensive.
you know what I'm saying. So you know what I had to do for the interview. I'm looking up Italian leather chairs right now. You know
How
what I
much they
mean?
go for, bro?
So we got a two pair of Italian leather chairs, cognac tan, set of two racks.
Okay,
It's actually not too bad.
that's
But
straight.
I
That's
think
straight.
it's the hold up. He said leather. My fault. Let's go to the leather. I see the leather chair next to it. The leather chair is kind of wild. It's a cardio Woodrow box leather chair, an Ottoman, $2,500.
Okay,
It's still not too bad. I ain't gonna count.
yeah, not too bad.
It's
Not
not
too
too
bad.
bad. It's not too bad. Am I gonna buy anytime soon? No, but I feel them on that.
Yeah.
And then also, have you ever heard of anyone drink a lemonade mimosa?
Nah. You
That's
also gotta remember those Italian leather chairs just in his crib in Arizona. He from the Bay, so he's saying he got multiple cribs. That's just already, some boss right
that
there.
is actually the thing about it. Arizona too right now is going up too.
Oh yeah, I was out in. in Arizona this summer. Nah, it's I was talking to some locals out there. They were saying like, nah, the price is jumping up.
Crazy, crazy. Well, that's the end of that track. You know what I'm saying? Where we was going over um, Currency and Larry June, Endurance Runners. Go check that out. The next one we gonna go into though is that Est Gee featuring Jeezy, the realest.
The snowman bodied this.
Now, I had some questions before we go into the song, just like the loud one. Um, what would you compare ESTG to?
Jeezy, like for real, like listen to tracks like Young Shauna, a couple of his other tracks, like everything that
5,500 degrees.
yeah, like everything like he touched is hot. Like it's like he dropping heat, and it's like it just remind me of like Trap or Die Jeezy. Like anything he was saying on the track was just gonna go off. Um, and obviously like the context of what he's speaking on is similar. Just being said in a different way from someone from Kentucky point of view versus someone from the A. It's the same, but it's a different style to it. But it's I see some similarities of him and Jeezy actually.
And that's kind of what I was thinking too. Um, you know what I'm saying? I got a couple little baby leak tracks, you know what I'm saying? He said EST the new Jeezy on there, you know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
I definitely agree with that. I also want to say, do you think that Yo Gotti gets overlooked as one of the best rapper CEOs since he has
Yo,
EST Jeezy?
yo, what's crazy is that like I was thinking about that. I was talking to my brother. Like I like, damn, CMG actually kind of stacked right now. They got is Gotti, they got Glorilla, they got ESTG, they got 42 Dub, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got, they got Mozzie, they got I mean, Black Youngster just always funny. I mean, I ain't never listened to Black Youngster, but
And I actually listen to some of his music. It's actually pretty good. It's just he's such a character that it's just like it's like you can't take it.
yeah,
Once you see him jump out of a car and say "What's up, horse?" like
yeah,
and
bro. Like
slam this, you can't want to go to the concert.
it's crazy because like he turned himself into like a funny dude on IG or on Twitter, just on social media itself. That like I like him because he is that. Like, that's what he do, and I haven't really listened to any of his songs.
But actually,
Um,
I listened to two songs. I can't even think of the songs right now, but they were solid.
mm-hmm.
It gives
Damn,
me.
am I missing somebody else on CMG?
Let me look at the roster. But another question I had while I'm looking that up, Juice, is this song kind of like handing of the torch or passing of the torch?
I don't know. I get what you're saying, but I feel like it's more so like, yo, I'm still in this for Jeezy. Like, I feel like Jeezy came on there. Jeezy ain't really dropped nothing in a minute, and he hopped on this track, and he was just like, "Yo, nah, I ain't done just yet. I got a whole nother like catalog." And then he literally dropped the album like a
That's
couple weeks after this came out.
he did. He did. I didn't
So
realize that they even it was him and DJ Drama, right?
yeah, and that's solid. I was gonna pick something from there, but I was like, nah, I'd rather go with this.
And Juice, we missed two actually pretty big artists. We missed Block Boy JB
Okay,
and Moneybagg Yo.
that's who it was. I knew it was somebody else, but yeah, um, but that list is solid. Like everybody on there that I kind of just mentioned, all kind of can hold their own and do their own thing. Um, Shout out to Yo Gotti, man.
Yeah, yeah. Gotti can take care of the business, man.
Yeah, another stand up dude similar to Jeezy that like got mad respect in the game.
Now going into this the realest, we got ESTG verse first. I'm from the big, so I'll be cool with whatever I get. I'll be cool as the ad lib. Before I did it, niggas barely knew Louisville existed. Barely knew Louisville existed. It's the ad lib. Niggas spoil me and be selling boy off of our flips. Bring out the block. We threw up blood, but the island was Crips. So we crop niggas out the pick who couldn't coexist. Burt, Burt. There's the ad lib. I never did it for no fame, but acknowledge I'm lit. Acknowledge I'm lit though. Now, with these bars, the first thing I wanted to say is he really did put Kentucky on the map for some street shit. Because I
Yeah,
mean, before all you had was Bryson Tiller and Jack Harlow. I ain't gonna
yeah,
lie, I thought the fried chicken was getting soft. You know what I mean? Like this motherfucker came out of nowhere. I said, oh shit.
yeah. Shout out to, but yo, shout out to Jack Harlow. That man. So he the one who put me on the Est Gee,
Yeah.
and like he had a track with him, and I'm like, yo, who was this? Who was this rapper on here? It was the it was some track that he had on one of his albums before he really kind of started blowing up. It was back in 2019.
Mm. This is the thing with Jack
But
Harlow. Jack Harlow made Kentucky marketable. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like he really brought the bag home when people want to
mm-hmm,
hate and stuff like that. I mean Bryson Tiller, you know what I'm saying? He was great, but he didn't really, I would say, was able to transition to multiple markets. Where I feel like Jack Harlow really was able to bring the bag back.
yeah. It's about in the game, yo, in music, it's all about also stuff what you do off the um off the tracks, like what you doing in like your everyday life. Like again, like I said with Black Youngster, like he just like a he rap, but I think what really got people attention is that he a funny dude. So like people gonna rock with him. And like Jack Harlow, like he rap, but he real nice at rapping. But then also he do like funny shit off the like, outside of music and everything. So that kind of helps, keep getting them out there.
Mm. I mean, him and Drewski might be the duo that we never knew we needed.
Yeah, and stuff like that. Like being able to like just constantly doing stuff with Drewski and like it's hilarious every time they link up.
Every time. And then the second thing I wanted to touch on in these bars was the Blood and Crip bar. And shit low key made me think about YSL, bringing cities together and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and if not, then crop niggas out the pick. You know what I'm saying? Who couldn't coexist. So that's what I got from that. And then
Mm-hmm.
he said, "I never did it for no fame, but acknowledge I'm lit." I feel like is clout one of the deadliest drugs in today's society?
Yeah, I think so, man. Everybody do anything to get famous. Sometimes it's just about just doing something. Like you're not even doing it because you're trying to be like, oh, IG famous, Twitter famous, or whatever. Like you just do it. Like you feel me? Don't do it for no fame. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do.
Mm. Do you think that like when people do that, it's kind of easily visible?
Which one?
Like
That's
trying to do it for the clout.
oh yeah, you can pick that out from a mile away.
Mm.
You're just seeing like people being mad extra, and you can just tell they ain't their true character. They especially if they act like that when the camera is sign out or like some or like money or a person of high status is around, then yeah, they really just doing shit for clout. But I mean, if they do that shit all the time, then maybe they just a funny, loud, out of the extra person, which could be cool. But also, that shit get annoying too.
In fact, though, I would say it's the what you call it. You've seen the thing where it's just like how people act when girls come around or when women come around and the man's just changed up completely. Have
Yeah,
you seen like those
Drew. I think
skits?
didn't Drewski do a skit for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like that. I think in the skit, dude was just talking to a chick, and Juicy came and just put him in the headlock, bro. Like, why you acting on extra, bro? You about to scare the chicks away, bro. Just be you, man.
Or
Always be you.
Haha Davis did one too. That's the
Oh,
one
for
I'm
real?
thinking. Yeah, bro. He like gave his man some money. His
Oh,
man
for real?
threw it back at him. He said, "Bitch," I said, "Bring it to me back on time next time," and some shit like that. I said, "I'm weak."
Bro, they funny, bro. But yeah, people will switch up, man,
Yeah.
for like whatever they trying to get. or whatever they who they trying to please or whatever. People switch up all the time, and it's like, damn, bro, just be authentic all the time,
Mm.
not just you know,
When it's convenient.
yeah,
Now we going to Jeezy verse. Before we get into Jeezy verse, I got a couple questions, Juice. I ain't asked you about yet before, so you know what we gonna have to talk about. We
yeah.
gotta talk about that the Gucci versus Jeezy versus. We gotta talk about it now. Do you think that that versus took away from Jeezy legacy? Because
Nah,
to me, I was here. I heard it down the street. We ain't gotta repeat what Gucci said, but when he said it, I said, "Damn."
I think it just shows Jeezy's maturity.
And that's what I was
Cause
gonna
bro,
say. Yeah.
that's all it is. Like it just show like who who's grown in the years. They've been in the game about the same amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
Who's kind of grown in the game? Who's like being like being strategic about things, moving certain ways. Um, so like, but this man Gucci wild for that though.
I mean, you heard what Gucci said. He said, "Man, we wasn't gonna do the verses if I couldn't perform it." He said,
Yeah,
"I said, damn, bro."
but like you gotta respect that. Well, you gotta. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I probably would have snapped or something. But
Uh,
I guess he a bigger man than me, man.
yeah. But going from that, you know what I'm saying, in these bars, he did say Scorpion prints on them bitches like an artifact. I'm trying to hold my vision while I'm ripping on this vision. Lord knows I just hope the big homie listening. Heavenly Father, give me grace while I'm making this play. Wish I could make 100 million, just call it a day. Money in the safe so long I forgot the code. Damn. Like, I'm not gonna lie, just from that conversation I was gonna say, he forgot the code just like he forgot that. But like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be, yeah. But let go to the Scorpion print on the bitches. That shit sound expensive as shit. I mean, 100 mil. He forgot the code. I mean, 100 mil. This is the thing, Jeezy. Like you said, it's the elevation. It's the talk. He went from, the, and I was gonna say this too. Who do you think does more cocaine bars? Pusha T or Jeezy?
I don't know. I think it's probably Ty, honestly, because like they both did it. They both did it in real life, or you know, I ain't gonna
Alleged.
put
Yeah.
anybody
Yeah. Alleged.
allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. Like they both did it for however long. So like they just talking their life.
but but
Um,
but I want to say though that Pusha really doesn't talk about the evolution, kind of the Scorpion Prince and stuff like that, and the Basquiat's where I feel like Jeezy, like you're saying, did elevate, you know, and I
well, I don't know. I feel like Push be talking that too.
I don't know, bro. I
Like
ain't
Push will talk about some. I don't know. Push be talking.
Pusha be
Uh,
talking, but like he don't paint the vision like I feel like Jeezy does, like Jay-Z does. Like when you think
mhm,
about it, like Pusha that 23:1. I'm trying to think of what the Exodus 23:1. He
mhm.
just said, they just mad because their cars don't look like ours. Jeezy telling you Scorpion prints on them bitches. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
Jay-Z says Basquiat. Like, I think Pusha, like, elevates, but I don't think well, I don't know. Maybe I haven't listened to enough new Pusha. But
mhm,
I feel like they, like Jay-Z and Jeezy, they paint that picture of, the elevation.
yeah.
And then he also said, I flip them bricks. I'm talking spicy. I'm the curry goat. Them fiends coming from the kitchen. Lot of dinner Harley. White bricks on the white counters. Got me feeling godly. Counted out my first million. Felt it in my soul. Okay, and that kind of just goes to that white bricks on white counters. You don't see no white counters in, cheap houses. You know what I mean? The white counters is it's kind of that expense. But it's once again just painting that
Mhm.
imagery. And then going into where he ends the bar saying, "Don't compare me to trappers, nigga. Compare me to the greats. Pablo died on the rooftop. That ain't my fate. Chapo got life. He ain't never getting out. I did in
I
some Air
did some Air
Ones.
Ones. Fuck me talking
Talk
about.
about."
Ooh, yeah. Y'all know Jeezy, man. You couldn't walk a mile in my Air
Air Force
Forces. Come
Ones.
on, man. Yeah, Jeezy definitely. Jeezy one of them guys, man. Definitely shows like his longevity in the game. Um, Real Jeezy fans, they know, you know, that doing the mile in my air in my Air Forces, like that's something that's like a staple line that he had back in the day. But for him to bring it back, yeah, he really did. Cause look at him now. Like, he did this shit in some Air Ones. That's
Just
where it all
what
started.
I was gonna ask is, do you remember your first pair of Air Force Ones?
Bro, what's funny, dog? You know how everybody say like the black Air Ones is like you want some wild shit, like you about to beat somebody up or something with the black Air Ones.
Yeah.
Those are my first pair. My
Also,
first pair of force, my first pair of force was black Air Ones low top, and then I think I had hot top too. But
so you came in the game hitting niggas.
I came in, I came in the game with some black forces.
Came
Uh,
in angry. The boys.
but cause like real shit, if you think about it, black shoes don't look as dirty over time. So like we would get one shoe for the year, like growing up. So like I'll get black forces, and that'll be my school shoe, and it would last because like they all black and you don't see any like dirt on them.
No, I feel you. Cause that's how I think about. Everybody had black Air Force Ones back in the day. Cause of
Yeah,
that, yeah.
everybody, black forces was normal.
I feel like it's
I mean,
still kind of normal. I just think that the stigma got carried
yeah,
away.
and whoever did it, man, shame on them, man. Because now people won't buy black forces because they feel, oh no, man, I can't rock the black forces. But the black forces was fly.
Yeah. And then he ended it with the for the niggas like Gee, for niggas like me, the realest nigga in the room. I should charge you a fee. Snow.
Snow.
And I just wanted to say he definitely charging a fee. He definitely
Yo,
ran that bag up.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. This is Jeezy's song. This is no longer Est Gee song.
Oh yeah.
Like he took and like Est Gee did his thing, but he probably rapped for like a minute and a half on this man's song.
He said it's
Damn
mine
near
now.
2 minutes of Jeezy rapping straight through.
I mean, you know what this remind me of? You heard that I Swear Vezo and G Herbo song? Or G Herbo
Nah,
literally, I'll send that to you, bro. But
I
it's a 4.5 minute song. I swear Vezo did the hook, did like a 30-second verse, did a hook. G Herbo rapped for 3 minutes on that man's song, bro.
bro.
This can give
Sometimes
you the same feel. Yeah.
sometimes you just gotta let it happen. Cause like if somebody in a bag, you just gotta let it go. And then like if you hop back in with a verse, like it might not be good. Even if you try to like squeeze another verse in before his, like it might throw it off. Cause like this whole the song itself, like you feel like the gravity kind of shift and like the energy start turning up when Jeezy about to start rapping. So like if anything's like before it, it might throw it off. Anything after it, like he kind of closed the song off. So like for to have somebody hop back on the track, it's not even right. And it's the last song on the album too. So it's like you can't even like you don't want to end that on a bad note. So like I think Jeezy did his thing, but you can't really change anything.
I don't even think you can get mad though. Like some artists definitely will, but like for me, I'm looking at it as like I got my money worth. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, because you don't want no weak verses. Like the it's funny because like everybody shit on DJ Khaled,
What?
and like rightfully so sometimes. But think about it, everybody be like, "Yo, DJ Khaled album suck." Da, 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 da. But I'm like, bro, DJ Khaled albums are just your favorite artist songs. Your favorite artist did a shitty job on their verses. Like,
Like,
why would they turn this bullshit in?
Well, I mean, you got to think about it too. It's just like Cali, another one, like
Yeah,
another.
that get annoying, but it's like, all right, you know that's coming, but he's getting like the top artist in the game to drop a verse. Like Jay-Z hopped on there, he snapped. He not gonna get no bullshit.
Mhm.
But like other artists gonna hop on a Khaled album and like give them like they not album worthy verses, but like and then he gonna take the black backlash on it, like, oh, Khaled album is bad. But like Khaled not really doing shit. Khaled's just the person to get people together and get on this album. And they just not really performing the way they need to.
Cali's literally just HR.
Basically, he just the company he and they create all the content.
Like,
But they making shitty content.
well, this is my
He do
question.
that saying like the beats and stuff, but like and producing wise, but like also like you can have I don't know. I think Kyle take too much blame on like his albums, when it's really like the other artists that's doing it too.
I never heard someone really like blame Cali though. People be doing
Oh
that.
no, nah, people be shitting on it like, ah, oh, Khaled dropping another album. This shit's about to be trash. But it's like, yo, it's just a
Compilation.
compilation album of artists, and they just not doing their shit.
Now that I'm thinking about that, no one really said Diddy. You know, because that's what Diddy was doing. Diddy was doing albums with compilations.
Yeah, I think the difference with Diddy is Diddy would rap on it or sing or something like Diddy would actually perform. Khaled not. Khaled just kind of giving ad libs.
Yeah, he's or then like a DJ drama.
Same thing. Yeah, drama definitely dropping ad libs, but he'll at least I don't know. I'd rather listen to drama than Khaled.
Yeah, because I
Just
mean
like,
he's gonna tell you something that you could actually think about.
yeah,
Cali's just gonna say another one.
another one.
But going
And
into
keep
that, oh, you got.
no, you good, you good.
We gonna go into that Nas Thun. Um, the questions that I had, you know, this is gonna be the last song. So you know, I wrote a couple things down right here. We got the first one, Juice. This might not, you know, this might get me banned in New York. Um, last time that I had two New York artists on here, the words got misconstrued that I said New York music was mid, which is not. I was saying that it was a mid level in my rotation. You know what I'm saying? It still kind of got me scared. You know what I mean? So like again, if you go back and you look at that, you know, interview for the bar for bar, shout out Smooth, shout out Tone. I was saying that it was mid in my rotation, mid rotation, not New York music is mid. Um,
Yeah.
but what I was gonna say is respectfully should not hang it up.
Um, I don't think so. I think based on like the albums that he recently dropped, so he dropped 4 albums in 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Um, one won a Grammy. All of them are Grammy nominated. Um, I think he's still his pen is still sharp, and he's. I think it does depends on like his beat selection. I think he would get a lot of flack on back in the day of his beat selection, but working with Hit Boy on these projects, I mean Hit Boy don't miss,
Mm-hmm.
so it helps him have these solid beats, and he always gonna deliver lyric wise. Um, I think he can keep going, man, and I think he will. Um, because at one point I thought he was gonna like hang it up, but then he just dropped 4 albums. I'm like, oh shit, all right. So I don't know. I don't know what's next for Nas. I think he's still gonna keep rapping though. I don't know if he's gonna be like Jay Z, how Jay Z just kind of pop out and drop 3 verses a year,
Mm-hmm.
or like is he gonna keep on dropping the album?
So do you? My question though is, do you think he should slow down, or you think he should keep it where it's at? You know, kind of just what he feels motivated by.
Yeah, I think so. I think he can keep going, just because of like what he's been putting out hasn't been like trash or not. Like if he constantly keep putting out like albums with like 1 or 2 songs that's good on there, then like all right, bro, yeah. But like he's been putting out albums that are like arguably like album of the year each time he put out, and literally won album of the year for one of them. Um, keep it going, you know. People still want to hear Nas. I know Nas is my favorite rapper, so I might be a little biased.
No, I feel you. I feel you. But I mean, if you're saying if he can continuously keep putting out great bodies of work, then why stop, right?
Mm-hmm.
So going through the bars, we got not niggas I really met through music shit. It be some real thuns I grew up with. Phone calls from the feds, long stories told fast. Wishing they got home in a hurry cause we the last of a dying pack of lions. Nightmares of the cast. Thoroughbred surviving, Queens is in the house. So that last of a dying pack of lions is a bar that really stood out to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like it's it's from that generation kind of going into ours until afterwards, where you can kind of see that it's not really the same cloth being created and cut in a sense.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely. Like, you know, Nas been in the rap game for 30 years. Like, he jumped in this joint in like '92. Um, like, that's crazy.
that is 30 years, man.
He been doing this thing for a minute, but like, really haven't had like, and still being able to put out like top music and stuff like that. It's crazy. But he is like the last of a dying pack of lions. You think about it, like how many other artists has it been in that 30-year frame that's still rapping or is beginning to rap like him? You got only a few. You got Jay-Z, but again, Jay-Z older than Nas. And then you got some of the guys like Cole, Kendrick, Drake. Um, that's like in the newer generation of stuff, but still, even they like is only a few of them. I feel like in the '90s and stuff, like it was heavy with like real rappers and stuff. You had Nas, you had Mobb Deep, you had Jay-Z, DMX. Um, you had the whole Wu Tang. Like it's not that many of like real artists or rappers that's like out there.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, coming from that cloth too, phone calls from
Yeah.
the feds.
Hmm.
I don't know too many people that get phone calls from the Fed and still be out here for that long as well. So I would give him that. And then, like you're saying, with the longevity of he's out of that list, he's the only one still dropping albums. Really, when you think about it,
Yeah.
that consistently on a basis, like a
Hmm.
quarterly basis. But then no beef or rivals. They playing either on title. Brothers can
Yeah.
do anything when they decide to. In a Range
Yeah.
Rover, dissecting bars from Takeover. Sometimes I
Yeah.
text Hova like, nigga, this ain't over.
Yeah.
Do you think Nas is
Bro.
still salty though?
Nah. Cause again, this might be me being biased, bro. Nas won that battle. Nas won the battle, hands down. If you know, especially if you was up here in the East Coast,
Mm.
like the Northeast, like when that battle was going on, Nas won. Especially when he dropped Ether. When Nas dropped Ether, it was a wrap.
So he won the battle though, but did he win the war?
Far as what? What's the war?
As in general, if he won, if you're saying that was a battle, right, of the music, did he win the war of the music?
Nah, I wouldn't say that. But also, I don't think he lost the war. It's weird. I think Nas kind of always stayed
In his lane.
in his lane, similar to like a currency type thing. Like he found his sound and stayed faithful to it. Whereas like artists like Jay-Z, and there's nothing wrong with it. Jay-Z always changed with the times
Mm-hmm.
and always like try to do something that was like to stay relevant. And it's not bashing Jay or nothing like that. But he did a lot of he also had a he Jay Z made a lot of musical business moves that kind of catapulted him even further to like help him out. Um, if you think about it, like
But
his
it,
whole like Rockefeller, like they was stacked with artists. So like you got his album that'll come out, but then he'll be on like other people's albums and stuff like that. So like he always kind of stayed relevant with what was going on at the times and stuff. So I
would it
think
would it be a good comparison to say Jay Z's like Wiz Khalifa and Nas is like Currency?
I guess so. Yeah, if you want to talk like that and kind of like
I mean, clearly that
yeah,
not the
I
same
get
people at all.
yeah I get what you're saying,
Mm.
but like as in like Wiz is like the more popular person because he does whatever like he's in movies and shit like that. Whereas like Currency is the he's not many people might know about him, but he is a legend in the game.
I was just gonna
Where
say more of like Currency and Nas. They're more of this is what we're doing every single day. We're not changing up, nothing like that. Wiz,
hmm
someone be like, Wiz, we gonna need you to go do this, or you're gonna make this amount of money. This is a business move. Jay Z and Wiz is like, yeah, we'll go do that if it makes sense.
yeah. hmm
And then another question I had you: if Jay Z like heard this like at a wrong time, you know what I'm saying? Let's say after the elevator incident, do you think he would have took either off a title? You think he just be like, nah, not today, nigga. He just took that shit off, or do you think he like enjoys having that friendly kind of rivalry with Nas now?
I think he enjoys the friendly rivalry, but also like if he would have took it off title, then like niggas gonna come at Jay Z like, bro, what you doing? Like you still mad over like he literally can't take this off title now. Like he did it, it can't change. Cause then people gonna look at it like, oh, bro, oh, you saw it. You upset? You mad about something, right?
Yeah,
Like you feel me?
I feel you. One thing though, also, I don't know what I was going through YouTube, and I swear someone was just like Jay Z still kind of like low key like petty, because I guess he redrops
Yeah,
his like albums every single year on the same date as the ether.
yeah. So like it's funny because like anytime Nas Jay Z drops more than Nas. He has more albums. He has more singles and stuff. He does more appearances than Nas musically. So when Nas tend to drop, it's always like a big deal. Like, oh snap, Nas will drop. Like, let me go ahead and get ready for it. Somehow in this world, Jay Z tends to drop something. Um, when Nas is about to drop, or when he announces he's about to drop, like it never fails
Every time.
every time.
That's petty. Not that's petty, right? Like, but then
And
on
like
here,
Nas,
on here,
Nas spoke on it. He said it's funny that like people point that out now. Like I think it's just more of he said it's more of a coincidence how it kind of happens. Um, just because like even though I mean Jay Z drops more, they still kind of come from that era of like, yo, you gonna get one album from me from the year,
mm,
and we gonna be on like the same kind of work. He said they on like the same work schedule musically, so like it kind of falls in that time. But also like just being like as a friendly competition, like you see when like the top competitor is making a move, you gotta counter that in a way.
no facts. And then I just wanted to wrap up right here where he says, when dudes would really put that thing up to your rib cage or pull a switchblade, do anything, it's the bridge way. But I ghost, Stu roll through, just sold out the O2. Piece on my neck in a high tech polo suit. Um, the only thing that I wanted to say was I think that the people at the bridge would still do this, personally. Um, when I drove up last time up there, man, I saw a little TJ when he almost didn't make it holding up the highway, bro.
For
Like,
real?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I said, damn. So I think I forgot who was having this conversation, but they were just saying that I feel like today's age is more dangerous in the sense of people just do something for nothing. I feel like back then it was more dangerous because it was a more thought out melodic process, and it was like rules that people stand on. You
Mm-hmm.
know, where like someone you have to do something to get something done to you in a sense.
Yeah.
But like you could still be walking down the street and get robbed. Now it's more just like people literally going out here with the camera phone robbing people on purpose because they just want the clout that bad. You know what I'm saying? Like,
The clout. That's what it is. It's clout, man. People doing everything for clout. Also, I guess it's still about clout, but like people that are like things that happen to them, people don't move in silent anymore.
that's very
With like
true too.
social media, like everyone gotta announce what they doing, where they going, who they with, what they just bought, or what they about to do, or whatever. It's like, bro, just move in silence. Like it's okay if people don't know what you're doing. Me personally, I don't. I'm like a private person when it comes to things. I think only thing that I kind of put out there is like stuff that help me make money.
Mm.
Um, so like me doing video and photos, like I'm gonna put that work out there because people got to see my work to make more money. So like, but like no one don't need to know like what I'm doing or whatever, like where I'm going, where I'm at. Like a lot of people didn't even know I cut my hair, man. Like,
I ain't gonna
like
count, man. When you came down, I was like, I remember you posting it, but I was just like, ain't no way. I was like,
yeah,
ain't
but
no
that was the crazy thing about it. When I cut, that was like I had it cut for a minute
way. Mm.
already, and it was just like, you know what, whatever. Let me just do this. Because it was again, it was something that could help make more money. Like I took those photos and stuff. Like that wasn't like someone else took it. It
Mm.
was set up. That's like just showing like, okay, I can do this stuff, whatever. Um, like anything that I put out there is typically like some way to make a profit. But like I'm not putting out like I'm about to go on vacation or whatever, whatever. Like
You
you don't need
only
to know that.
you only putting out content when you have to market something.
Yeah.
Mm.
Or like I might put it after the fact, like months after that I went on vacation or something. Because like no one need to know that I left my crib and went somewhere for X amount of time.
And
That's just me.
it's
That's
also
just
what you call it. It's also better because people think you're still in the crib. You know, it's a
yeah.
common
People
sense.
think I'm
So
still in
yeah,
the crib. You put this stuff on there. Oh, so and so left. Like I'm gonna go pull to their crib and whatever.
people talking about Muhammad. We about to go surf through his crib real quick. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
yeah. No.
yeah. I mean, I just don't. I don't. I'm not cool with having everybody know exactly everything about me.
Mm.
Not that I'm high and stuff, but just like it's personal for a reason. Like I don't need to share everything.
Right. Well, Juice. Once again, we gonna wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? Out of that bar for bar. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Coming through for season 2.
No
We
doubt, man.
season 3. You know what I'm saying? We might have to give you a call again. You know what I'm saying? Once the budget get bigger. You know what I mean?
Hey,
So
season 3, I gotta do it. We gotta be in the same spot, bro.
definitely. You know what I'm saying? Season 3, we gonna pull up with the whole camera crew. You know what I'm saying? Uh, how
Nah,
Jeezy say it?
season 3, you just pull out. You know, I got the camera. I am the camera crew.
Nah, bro. We gonna do it lavish. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do it like Jeezy back in '03. You know what I'm saying? But this time with the white tabletops. You feel me?
All right.
I appreciate you, bro. That's another bar for
Yeah.
bar. We out.